keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is the most badass YouTube broadcast of all the known land, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tommy C. I got a very special shot from the point today. A bit of an interview, and we're also going to be going over some, there's been some news that's broke in the trending topics, drama world, whatever the hell you want, YouTube world, and then me and my guest, DrewIsSharing.
Yo, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing all right.
But I want to get into it. I want to get into your deal first. All right. We have to use very careful language. This is the state of YouTube. We have to use very careful language.
The AI is getting crazy now. Like, they are picking up everything and anything that might be controversial.
Yes. And the thing that gets me is there's another guy, although it seems to have gotten cleared up. There's another English YouTuber that does sort of like spooky animation, David Versts. And they
I saw that. The guy who makes salad fingers.
Because apparently the algorithm's getting tripped. It did come. He's back, and it's showing his stuff as making repetitive videos. You can't just like upload the same video all the time. That's against terms of service, and apparently got clipped with no monetization. They didn't even strike him or anything. They just said you're not allowed to monetize anymore. I imagine that's the not Sam Mepper, Shwomo. What the fuck was that guy's name? He used to upload everybody else's shit in Facebook.
SoFlo Antonio.
SoFlo Antonio. I imagine that's the SoFlo Antonio rule.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of weird stuff going on YouTube. I have not gotten my arcade channel monetized yet, and it's still under review. It's been about 3 weeks since I met the qualifications, and supposedly the thing gets set in. And I recently had a channel monetized, not under the new rules when I was doing Get to the Point. So there is a lot of things that are going on. It's weird. I definitely want to get into what is going on. So you are were a 420 YouTuber. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah. I mean, I've kind of been doing a bunch of different stuff. Like, I started my YouTube just doing vlogs and sort of making story videos and comedy style videos. But then it's sort of, I moved out to California. I got like a medical card. I started speaking to a doctor, and they said that weed would be best for me. So I sort of thought that that would be best for other people as well. And sort of started making informational videos on it and comedy videos about it. And I didn't think it would sort of go this way.
No. So what we're talking about is there are nobody left in YouTube that you're aware of that does that type of content. Besides that has over 100,000 subs. Who are some of the big names? Because I don't take in a lot of the 420 YouTuber content. Who are some of the big names that are no longer with us, or actually what happened to them?
Everyone. So like Custom Grow 420, he got deleted. He had 1.6 million. You got Strain Central, he got deleted. He had like 600K. Silence Tippy had like 500K. Leafer Bag had like 200K.
And these are terminations, not strikes.
Smash. Like so many. I've literally got a whole list here. Like so many people.
So these are they're just they woke up one day their channel was gone, type of thing.
Yeah. I mean, either that or so some of these people, they literally woke up and they had 3 strikes on their channel and then it was just gone. And then other people, they sort of got like 1 strike and then 2 strikes and then their 3rd strike over like the course of a week.
Wouldn't it make more sense for YouTube to content? We are no longer supporting this kind of content. You have a chance to either start a new channel or quit doing this content. Give these guys a break, because technically when you get 3 strikes, you're off of YouTube. If you're given the opportunity to cooperate, which they had no time, YouTube had no problem taking in the ad revenue. They did that with
the gun videos. They told everyone that they weren't going to support gun videos anymore, and if you had them on your channel, then you should delete them. Otherwise, you're going to get strikes. And then a month later, they deleted all the videos and gave everyone strikes who left them up on their channel. And
why wouldn't they do the same thing for you guys? That's completely bizarre. It doesn't even
it's a bit weird, especially like. Did you hear about all of the EduBirdie stuff?
No. To fill me in. I've been out
you didn't hear it,
days.
but it was all over the news. I was on BBC News the other day, and like a bunch of other YouTubers were for like they're promoting this site that helps you cheat on tests. Like,
I did hear something, but familiarize with me. And YouTube clamped down on that too.
Yeah, so YouTube clamped down on it, right? And they were like, everyone who made these videos, they have to remove the videos or like edit out the part where they did the sponsorship and stuff. And they reached out to my network privately and said, this video is against our community guidelines, you're going to have to remove it, and didn't give me a strike. They just reached out to my network privately and were like, hey, this is against our rules, take it down. So why can't they do that with all of these other strikes?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I think they're just embarrassed about supporting it to begin with, and running ads on to begin with, and this is the best way to sweep it under the rug.
It's the opposite. They would be too embarrassed to like announce saying that they weren't wanting to support it.
Yeah, so they could, because that means they formerly were supporting it.
Well, not even that, because I think this day and age, people would prefer them to support it. So if they come out and they say like, "Oh, we're not supporting this anymore," that would get them way more backlash than anything. Because everyone would be like, "Oh, it's 2018. What are you talking about?"
Have you heard from the other? What's like the rumor? Like, have you heard from these big YouTubers? Were you friends with any of them? Did you ever collab with any of these guys that are no longer?
Yeah, literally 20 minutes before we just started this stream, Positive Smash, she just got a response from YouTube saying your appeal for your account suspension has been denied. Jeez. And I've actually had 3 strikes so far. My channel should be gone right now, but because of the connects that I have, I've managed to get every strike removed. But yeah, if I didn't know anyone, my channel would be gone right now.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have been gone a long time ago if I didn't have help from more powerful YouTubers as well. And it doesn't seem fair for smaller guys, and the whole thing really doesn't seem fair, because I mean, look, I can't. Although I have no problem with your content, I can't get upset with YouTube if they decide not to sponsor. I mean, this is the place they're giving us. They decide to take it away, but you think they would do it in a manner that was, I don't know, just like mildly responsible. It's like, all right, we're not doing this anymore. We used to. You're going to have to make adjustments. That leads me to my next question. What adjustments are you making? Like, what's DrewIsSharing going to be about?
I feel like I'm going to have to do way more of like the commentary style stuff that, I mean, a lot of people enjoyed them. They kind of do like the best on my channel, I guess. But I think that's more because YouTube pushed them more than people actually think they're my best content. But yeah, the commentary style stuff, the rant style stuff, and I don't know, like maybe if I do sort of more sort of 420 stuff, it'll be in the middle of like a vlog. It won't be like a standalone video about something. It'll be like a daily vlog where I'm doing something and suddenly, a minute long of something will happen or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to be really, really careful about how I do my videos now. Yeah,
so you just basically got to leave that part of your image, and I mean, you could still do commentary as a stoner guy. I mean, it's not it's not like the end of the world as far as, but I just, so you really think the only reason you're standing is because your partnership, the connections you have, and the other guys simply just didn't have them. Have they reached out to you for help or anything?
Yeah, I've been speaking to a couple people. I've given them some contacts that I have, but I know like I don't want to like name drop people, but one of the contacts I gave to someone, they responded to them and said, I literally can't do anything. YouTube is just clamping down on this content. And then they came back to me and they helped my channel.
So so you spent the last couple days just clearing this shit out. I mean, all your stuff.
Yeah, and then this is the weird thing. So like you just said about the monetization thing, right? You're waiting for a review. Most YouTubers had this situation happen to them in like, it was when I was out in Spain actually. So it was in March. I just woke up one day and suddenly there was no monetization, like literally just nothing. And yeah, it was just completely gone. And yeah, my network had dropped me and they said your channel was no longer eligible for monetization. I had to click review and I was like, well, there's no way my channel's ever going to get reviewed and be accepted. And I think like an AI must have just automatically accepted it because I clicked that request.
So you're like the luckiest guy on the planet.
You're like, you're good.
You're the luckiest guy on the planet. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I literally don't. I need to tweet out this stream as well. I closed my Google Chrome and I didn't end up tweeting out the stream, but I put it in my video. So
are you gonna get into internet drama? Are you gonna do video games? Are you gonna
see? That's the thing, right?
IRL, maybe you do
video games because like if I make video game, like I've never made video game content in my life, and that's why everyone was like, "Oh, if you're gonna do live streams, why don't you go over onto like Twitch or something?" I'm like, "Yeah, but people don't want to watch me playing games. Like they want to watch me talking and smoking up and stuff, which on Twitch, I can smoke and play games, but I can't like just sit there and talk and smoke.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous. It's too bad. I remember the good old days of the internet. It's getting like regular TV when I was a kid. It's getting pretty friggin' lame. It's too damn bad. So there's, and you know, it's because it's the kind of content, like there's nobody speaking out, there's nobody doing anything.
Yeah, like literally, like I think the only person who's spoken about it was like Scarce spoke about it a little bit, because I guess he watches a lot of weed YouTubers and stuff.
Yeah, does he?
And he spoke about like Xcode removing all of his videos because he's got 2 strikes and he was scared about getting deleted. But that was like literally it. He said about it for like a minute. Keemstar hasn't spoken about it. Like literally nobody's speaking out about it. So
you're not Jake Paul, you know. I mean, you're not Jake Paul or Nick Crompton or anybody else.
But even then, Custom Grow 420 had like 1.6 million subs, and he's been a meme. You know, H3H3 made him a meme.
Bray said, "Why don't you do IRL streams on Twitch?"
IRL streams for me are difficult.
Why is that? Oh, because of the internet. You live in the middle of nowhere.
I can stream IRL like, you know, on my YouTube channel, but then obviously I get strikes and stuff. And then when it comes to Twitch, like streaming IRL, like walking around and stuff outside, obviously I don't live in a legal place, so I can get away with smoking and stuff on my YouTube because privately in your own home is kind of okay, and having under a certain amount is okay, but like smoking in public and doing some of the stuff that I actually do in my day-to-day life might not be the best to put on camera.
So you got some decisions to make, sir, as a YouTuber.
Well, I wanted to make I want to straight up make a cannabis shop in Barcelona, and I've been thinking about that for a while, and you know, I've been with big talks with a lot of big people making it a possibility. So if you know,
well, congratulations, you're the biggest 420 YouTuber on the planet by default. I'm glad I know you. Hey, I know the biggest 420 YouTuber.
But you know, that's like, I don't know. Have you ever? Oh, no, you probably haven't seen it, but there's a really good movie called Kid Cannabis. And it's just about this guy who like sort of shifts weed across the border from Canada and stuff. And he sort of he has this one line where one of the competition gets killed or something, and someone just sat there really scarily says, "That's good, right? Somebody's taken out the competition," and he's there like really scared. And it's like, well, obviously, yeah, it's kind of a good thing, but at the same time, it's a really bad thing because you're next.
Yeah. Is that booze? Of course it is. It's just good old Beck's Gold is what it is. The wife.
Exactly. If I'm smoking up, then you've got to be. You're
not smoking up. You're having a cigarette.
I am. Well, the last thing I did have was actually a cigarette.
Yes, it's and right now it's a cigarette too.
And right now it's still a cigarette. It's one of these Benson and Hedges, which are white all the way down because of our stupid English laws. Yes,
it's a cigarette. Are you going to be in London next week?
I will indeed.
Yeah, so we're gonna be hanging out. We'll be
doing a live stream on my channel.
Get the fuck out of here. So that's another reason you gotta go. I fly Monday. I fly Monday morning.
Oh, that'd be so good, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be nice to see a lot of people. Alex is talking about going.
Oh, that's sweet. He lives quite close to me. I could always give him a ride.
I did. Yeah, well, hook up with them. Give him a call because I didn't know Billy was back in town because I did hear Chubbs in the background of the call. Chubbs, you want to hang out? That would be great. It'd be nice to see all you English boys. That'd be fucking cool as hell. So a big shout out to Chubbs if you'd like to meet us, and if you want to know what we're talking about, you want to meet me and DrewIsSharing, go to Real Talk's record release party. It's in the description box below. It is at the Fiddlers Elbow in Camden, London. Right? Is that correct? We're the Camden section of London, or is it called?
I think it is. Yeah, I think that is correct. I mean, it's in Camden. I'm pretty sure that's the same place you told me it was the other day.
Yeah, Fiddlers Elbow, Camden. Here's the thing: like, Camden is like the worst area. It's like that's where they train people for the Peace Corps in New Jersey. Before they send you to like some god awful place in Africa or South America, you go to Camden. New Jersey.
If you want to get robbed, walking down Camden at like midnight is where you want to be.
Yes. But is it the same Camden in London? Is London like that as well? That's what I'd like to know. Yeah. Shit. So just walk to the pub and back. Don't be too fancy about it, is what you're saying. I want to go on the jet.
Don't walk down near the back streets. Don't walk down the lock past 11 p.m.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Do
not go down the lock past 11 p.m. in Camden.
Yeah. You imagine getting I'll get back from the Real Talk show and I get fucking robbed. That'd be unbelievable.
Nah, I'm sure you're gonna be fine.
I don't know my way. I'm not. I don't know my way around there. I don't know what's going on. I'm not a. They hear my accent, they'll think I'm a sucker. Like Colossal. Colossal is in Asia. I would love to have Colossal there, but Colossal.
Yeah, I swear I got a notification the other day saying that he was streaming on Twitch.
He was streaming the Switch on Twitch, and he makes good gaming content. He's quite funny.
Yeah, I think he's probably one of the only people I know who's like been successful in making one style of content and then gone to gaming and actually managed to kill it.
Well, people forget that he comes from the trolling community initially, that he used to do characters and everything else, and it was really good stuff in Call of Duty.
And I guess when he made his commentary videos, like way at the beginning, like the video he made on the Amazing
Mortal Kombat, right? He's got Mortal Kombat in there.
But like it was so slyly put in there that like you wouldn't even really notice that there was gaming in there.
That's true. No, it was. He is a gamer. He doesn't talk about it much, but he's more of a platform guy. But I guess a fighting game guy, because if you remember, one of his best videos is Bashiverse, and there's Mortal Kombat content in there, and it kind of works with like I guess what he's talking about, because he's bitched this before Keem and him were buddies. I'm gonna put this Scott in. Green Man, are you disappointed about what's happened to DrewIsSharing and other 420 YouTubers?
Guys, this is an absolute shocking turn of events, and I'm here to support everybody, all graded.
Yes. So what are you gonna do? Like, where are you gonna get your information now? Like, where are you gonna go? You know what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, I have to find Nicola Sturgeon. Okay.
Yeah. You have to do what?
Find Nicola Sturgeon.
What does that mean? I don't speak Gaelic.
Well, Nicola Sturgeon's the First Minister of Scotland.
Oh.
So I'm gonna find her, and if she gets cheeky, I'm gonna curb stomp a bitch. Right?
You can't say that.
That's just not. I mean, like,
I don't know. That's illegal. If I said that about President Trump, I'd get in trouble. You need to watch what you say, man.
But she's 5'6". It's an accident. She's that small. I'm just walking by her.
And she didn't. And she didn't even step in for your fellow countryman, Count Dankula.
Like, I know Count Dankula. Like, do you know actually the thing is about Count Dankula is did his trial not last twice as long as the Nuremberg trials?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, isn't it?
I would. Like, you know what's funnier? Somebody asked if you were DJ Bad Boy.
Did they?
DJ fucking Bad Boy.
I just like to say to the person that asked that's rather racist of you, assuming all Scottish people are the same.
Well, you sound a lot like DJ Bad Boy. Can you sing the song?
I'm not going to pray into your cultural oppression right now, Tommy.
Cultural.
I don't believe. Yeah,
here's what I want. I want to interview DJ Bad Boy. I would drop everything to interview DJ Bad Boy. I mean, it's got.
You're saying this to me if I can make this happen.
I think
you're saying this.
I think he's in Glasgow.
I have the contacts.
I think he's from Glasgow. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so that narrows it down to 500,000 people, Tommy.
As of 2 years ago, I heard
everyone knows everyone in Scotland, don't they? Like...
Have you heard of my neighbours, the McCulloch clan?
Yes.
We're all the same.
Oh.
But anyway, I've got I've kind of joined the live stream a little bit late, so like, can you catch me up about what's happening to the 420 YouTubers in the UK?
Yeah, it sucks. Do you
I missed it.
Well, you still got Drew, but he can't do 420 anymore.
Yeah, like everyone's just getting taken down. Like, Custom Grow 420, the guy who did all those big bong rips got taken down, and then everyone started getting taken down, and then everyone started getting scared, and I got like 3 strikes, and I had to get them taken off, but otherwise I'd be terminated right now.
Oh, that sucks. I feel bad for those guys.
The problem is, you should have just said they're female plants and they're feminist plants, and we would have been able to stay on YouTube, guys.
Is that true? Do the girls?
Yeah, but just say they're like feminist plants, and like YouTube loves like good feminist.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Tim Pool does that hemp like stuff you rub on your back and shit. I don't know. It's like
the CBD stuff.
Yeah. Is that still acceptable?
CBD is like what's getting most of these people terminated, which is the weird thing, because like they because when people are promoting CBD, they'll be promoting it like, oh, it's legal, so you can go buy a CBD here, and then YouTube will be terminating them like, oh, well, you're promoting a drug. Like, regardless of whether it's legal or not, you're promoting it.
Oh, it's so ridiculous. I wonder if Tim Pool still follows me.
That's like it's kind this like media censorship in YouTube is just getting like beyond ridiculous at this point.
Yeah,
It's like unless you're Vice, you're not going to be able to make any 420 content.
Do you honestly? It's like the Western world's turning into the Middle East.
Yeah. What?
Like, because like you can draw like a lot of parallels between the Middle East right now and what's happening in Western culture with the far left wing.
Maybe.
Are you saying? Are
you just gonna blame the Muslims? I just blame the Muslims.
I'm not blaming the Muslims. But
why can't we have Tobes in here?
Tobes had school or something. He had something to do.
What he's doing is he's driving his car sideways with his sandals on the ground and shit.
Stop. Brace can't understand you. A native Dutch speaker can't understand you. All right, we're gonna do the news. Me and I'm
down. You said some news just dropped. I'm well excited about it.
Yeah, a little this and there. I don't know what to start with. Green Man, thanks for the call.
Right, have a nice.
I will get to more calls later. Don't have a whole lot of it. I could call it my news. Of course, I did mention before that David Firth, the English anime YouTuber, and he was notified that his monetization was taken down completely, and he did get it back. But I sent a message to Ben. I was like, I watch this guy's content. I was like, if he don't have ads, if he can't, I'm screwed, because I don't even really think he cursed. The worst you could say about his content, it was a little bit creepy, but it was really like high end. It was not low effort content at all. It was really creative, and then I'm like, oh my God, is this better be a mistake, because everybody's screwed. They're gonna totally childrenize YouTube if that's the case. But it turns out
YouTube started as an adult platform. Like, even like, do you remember Shane Dawson's videos when he first started? Like, almost every single one would have a death in it, like some gruesome death.
And what happened to that? It sucks. And but David Firth is back. He writes, my channel came back. Thanks for everyone who supported me. I didn't get an explanation what happened. The partner supported robot was attempting to communicate with the Adamant, which was adamant that I was duplicating content. And that's not true. I mean, this guy's not one of these guys who puts out a video every day.
Yeah, you know what that would be? That would be because YouTube just introduced that, that new AI to be able to get content recognition to match content similar. It would just be because he's an animator. He's reusing certain skins and stuff, where he's got like one frame and he might reuse it again in another video, and then he's just done that.
Oh, so it's picking it up.
Picked up that same frame.
Well, does that mean I can't do clips anymore? I mean, does that mean I can't do clips?
I mean, I don't know, because
I wanted to put out
because now you can go in your creator studio and you can go in a little section which says videos that are similar to yours, and it says literally the percentage of the video that has your video in it. Yeah. And it will say 10%, 12%, 50% or something, depending on if somebody's just ripping it or commentating on it.
I'll commentate on it. But I want to put my own stuff. What I do is, because I do hour-long podcasts, I'll do one quick clip, put it in a different folder. It's just for memory's sake. People like them. They get some hits. And they're nice when I have a day off to put something up. And then I was going to, upload some clips while I'm gone in England. Now I'm afraid to do it.
Yeah, I think if it's your own clips from your own channel, you should be good, because the content ID will just come through to you. Mm-hmm. But then there might be the issue of you might show somebody else's clip in one of your shows to be like, oh, look at this idiot, and then it might say 5% of your show was their show, and then they'll be able to take 5% of your revenue.
Oh, that's so ridiculous. It's fair use. I don't even give a crap. All right, let's get to the visit. I saw a really funny exchange. You can watch this, by the way, in your Skype. But I don't have a lot of content, I'll be honest with you, so I will go to calls. I found this. Keem says, I'm in a bad mood because class was crazy. Said that the new beta podcast was done today. Never sent the audio. Then he winds back. Check back. I sent it. 1 a.m. Eastern Standard, perfect time to upload. By the way, you think I'm making fun of Keem here. I completely and totally sympathize. Adam steps in, that nobody. I'll replace him, Keem. It's okay. He's old anyways. You want to buy my baited shares? Because you'd have to pay me to take them off your hands. I'm doing you a favor. Chalk one up for Adam.
When the fuck is Clown gonna come back into the country?
It's not my business. I don't even ask him anymore.
How long can you even stay out of the country for in Thailand? Like, surely there must be a limit of how long you can stay out there for.
It's the fuck out of me. That's his business. I don't know what. I don't know.
He's just enjoying all the lady boys.
It's been a year. I think he's been gone a year now.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's been gone a year.
That's a long time.
I don't think he even came home for Christmas, or if he did, he didn't tell anybody.
Shit. You know, yeah, he must really be loving them lady dicks.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah, but I mean, to stay out there for a whole year, you got to have something that you're enjoying.
Yeah,
unless he's really into mushrooms, like I don't really think there's anything else out there that you can really get into.
No, I think he's in that one country that they'll kill you if you do drugs, like you do hard time.
Mushrooms are fine though.
No, I wouldn't fucking chance any.
All over that area, mushrooms are like super fine. They used to be.
You're one of those English guys. They're in one of those prison movies.
Still, everyone has them.
You're like one of those documentaries about Thailand prisons, and there's always like 3 English guys, like 3 white guys in the prisons. Yeah,
it's always
I had a roach clip.
It's always for smoking on the beach.
I've been here for 30 years for a joint.
That's the shit. When you go to Bali and shit, like you go to Bali, smoke a joint on the beach, like you'll get somebody coming up, like a police officer with like a machete, being like, "Right, we either chop your head off or you go in prison for 20 years."
For like 20 or 30 years for doing some stupid shit. That's pretty funny. Let's see what else I have. If I have anything else really terribly interesting. It's kind of slow. I've been sick. I'm coming back, or I'm trying to. Yeah, this is the David Firth tweet. We already fucking dealt with that.
I still think that's fucking crazy, man. Like people used to watch him in school. Like I remember being in school and people being like, "Oh, you gotta watch Salad Fingers, man!" Like, and that's just mad that he had that happen to. It just really shows that YouTube does not give a fuck.
No, I don't get. I don't even get their whole plan at this point. I mean, like, I don't even know what they're doing.
Yeah.
This is Ice Poseidon pissing and moaning. How am I a white supremacist? All I did was a question in women's belief on non-binary genders. You all are slandering me. I'm going to file a lawsuit. Another YouTuber empty lawsuit. But let's check into the type of hijinks that Ice Poseidon was involved in, which is
I used to really like Ice Poseidon, but like since he's been hanging out with Sam a lot, I've lost a lot of respect for him. But have they fallen out yet?
Sam who?
Sam Pepper.
No, they haven't fallen out. Why don't you like Sam Pepper?
I'd give it a month. I give it 1 month from today until they have had a massive argument. And
really?
Now, yeah, 100%.
Why? Well, I thought Sam changed. I thought he redid his act.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Because I've known him for like what?
Yeah, you're friends with him. You're close with him, right?
Yeah, I've known him for like 6 years at this point, and like I fell out with him due to other stuff that happened just before he got outed for all that fucking sexual shit. And then everyone cut him off. And then like 2 years later, I saw him at Walk Tour, and he like comes up to me, he gives me a big hug, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it seems like he's changed. I've met a couple people who've been outed for stuff which they obviously haven't done, and it's all been fake. And I was like, oh, maybe he's the same, and he's cleaned up his act, and he's tried to make his life a bit better. And then I was at his house for like 4 days, just chilling with him and one of my friends, and he overhears me talking with my mate about getting a van, and he comes back and he's like, yeah, I've got this airport shuttle bus for $4,000, and you each owe me $1,000, and we're going on this road trip.
What?
yeah, and then fucking took us on this road trip from hell, got us like to the other side of the country, got us in jail because he like broke into somewhere and we got like misidentified and shit, and then was in jail. $15,000 bail. He then started putting knives on us and shit when we got out of jail, and then I had to run away at 4 a.m. I stayed at Eugenia Cooney's house.
Really?
Yeah, stayed at Eugenia Cooney's house for like a week while I was waiting for the court date. Came back, managed to like say some bullshit story to Sam so he would let me get my stuff. And then the last time I saw him was when I was getting my stuff. He started chasing after me and my mate's van with a baseball bat, because he knew that I wasn't coming back.
And that is the last time you saw Sam Pepper.
That is the last time I saw Sam.
You sound like you and Billy the Fridge should go on a road trip together. Yeah. Jeez. Sam, oh man. But how long ago was that? That was only like a year ago, I guess, right? Because
that was a while ago now. That was like 2.5 years ago now.
And that was about the time he got outed.
No, he got outed like 4 years ago now.
What was he outed for again? Because there's a clip that I didn't.
Okay, so the first thing he got outed for was for like raping someone.
Is that true?
I don't know, because I didn't believe a lot of it at first. But then again, when I was 14, I walked into somewhere in the city in this back room, because I used to just want to go into like the back rooms of every YouTube event and just, you know, sneak around and stuff. And like I went in this back room and just saw Sam just making out with someone who totally didn't look very old. So I definitely.
But you're not saying you know that for a fact. Yeah. What you're saying is it didn't look right. That's
it didn't
right?
look right, no. And then when I was with him on this road trip, right? So one of the stories of someone outing him for like rape, and that was like anal rape. And he basically he joked about anal so much with his girlfriend that one time we were at Home Depot and he literally got on his knee as if he was going to propose, right, to his girlfriend. Like everyone's looking at him and he just goes, "Cat, anal?" in the store. So like, so now some of those stories kind of line up a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean he did it.
No, it doesn't. No, but it definitely lines up quite a bit.
I thought he got. I mean, I only know the story about the kissing, growing up and kissing girls, and most of that shit was a work anyway. And that seemed to really.
First, it was like he got outed for like all the rape shit, and then he did that video where it was like touching girls' asses and stuff, and then he did the killing the best friend prank, and then he did something else, and like, how many chances does this guy get?
but they were all the killing the best friend prank was a work though, right? I mean, that wasn't real.
Yeah, it was all fake. I mean, I've filmed a fake prank with him before. I planned a fake prank with him before.
Yeah, was that fun?
There was when we were on doing this Bus Boys series. He was like, "Oh yeah, film this video where like basically we'll pretend that you guys are asleep on the bus, and then we'll throw smoke grenades in there, and then when you run out from the smoke grenades going off, we'll like pour a bunch of like water on you or some shit, and then like we'll push you down like this hill which has like loads of feathers on it and stuff, so when you're at the bottom you're just covered in loads of feathers and shit." And then I was like, "Oh, that's a dumb idea if it's fake. Like why didn't you just do it?" And then like I left the road trip, and like 2 weeks later he ended up doing it and like uploaded it.
Oh really? So Drew's got stories going all the way back.
I mean, I've done a lot of fucking shit in my time, man.
Yeah. You always got interesting stories.
Yeah, I just think it's weird. The first time I ever properly hung out with Sam was like, you know, watching Felix jump out of that balloon. That Felix guy jump out of the balloon from the sky, the Red Bull thing.
Oh yeah. All right, well I think Sam's involved in this, by the way.
Oh shit!
I cut the clip where some kid walks up to me and goes, "You're a pedophile."
Yeah, well, that's like, crazy.
And Sam was like, "Well, I get more pussy than you." That was his response. But I cut that clip because I didn't really know the full context. Now I wish I'd have kept it. But this is what I decided in trouble for.
Some insider information on Sam.
Yeah. What else?
He's out in the US illegally.
You really hate that son of a bitch.
I fucking hate this dude. He's an asshole, man. He's out there illegally. He's not had a visa for like 2 years.
Oh Jesus. We really hate him. All right. Well, I guess there's no making up there. Here we go. Ice Poseidon and Sandpepper fucking with SJWs.
What I identify as. She assumed what I identify as.
He gets interrogated, we know.
Gender by saying she. You just assumed their gender by
I did, because I think that's a female.
So, you think it is, but you don't fucking know.
Well, you have a vagina.
Dude. Oh my god,
I have... Well, the madness doesn't...
I'll give him props. That was brilliant.
We have a vagina. I don't know. This is probably at work. I mean, it's his stuff. But it doesn't end there. They quite pissed off the SJWs. They did.
It's out. Try it. It's gotta be saved.
Woman.
Calm down. Lady.
Non-binary.
Don't issue gender.
Non-binary.
Non-binary. I'm not alive.
Oh my God! Oh my God! She's chasing us.
I don't even see her.
Oh, I've got too much shit in my pockets.
Hold on.
All right, so I guess that's why he was criticized for being a white supremacist, because he was messing with SJW. The whole thing was probably a work, to be honest with you. I just thought he was, what? You said a vagina? Ah!
But he's just asking some honest questions, you know. Like, you know, at the end of the day, do you have a vagina? Is a question. Like,
yeah,
I don't understand some of these SJWs. Kind of weird.
I don't know. I think that they were probably actresses, I would imagine, or there are SJWs and they just went along with it because it's Isfacide. And it's probably
I don't know. Well, America's a bit weird. Like, I think the only time I've ever actually met SJWs that are actually like that is in America. I've never really met people like that in England.
I've met bitchy. I don't get along with English women very well because I was telling somebody today. I was like, I never like older women. Yeah, like your grandma, your mom. I have no issues with them. But young English women, I don't think I've ever. There's some of the most abrasive women on the planet. Like I've never gotten interrogated more about like what I'm doing with my life than I ever was with the English broads, and I'll never
just
understand.
Just you don't like a chick coming up to you going, "Oi, bruv, can I have a fag?"
No, it's not even that.
That's
like,
pretty much every English girl.
It's like every English girl. I mean, and no, Jade, I'm not talking about you. You're not even ethnically English, for Christ's sakes. It's just like, so what are you doing? So what's your plan? So what do you do? Like, I know now, like it would be before when I was young, it'd be about college. Then now it would be about like, so what do you plan? It's only 30,000 subs. You know, I'm like, oh fuck, that's every fucking English broad I ever ran into. He asked me way too many goddamn questions.
Yeah, there is something about English people in general and asking a lot.
Not the guys. I never have a problem with the men.
Yeah,
I've never had problems with English guys ever. No issues whatsoever. This story is coming out of the blood sports and community, and there's a lot of blood sports stuff. I'm hearing the Kumite is on, it's off, it's on again, whatever. But apparently Warski was having some issues with his stream, as streams tend to have. I've had problems with them here. And JF, his former partner, came in, and according to my news source, well, no, it's right here. Can I help you with the microphone? Have you looked at the plug? Is the mixing table turned off? Fucking with him. And apparently, like, Warski lost his shit and removed the VOD. There's the evidence for you. That fat retard fucker is messing with Warski, and it's just too much fun. Have you paid any attention to the blood sports drama or anything like that?
Nah, not really. I was away for all of it, really, because it all happened while I was in Italy.
Yeah, well, it seems to be slowing. I think when you have this much intensity for this long, it's eventually going to slow. I think they ran out of people that they could fool to go on there. And
well, what I've noticed is 4 videos. 4 videos by somebody is where the drama topic gets dry. You can do 4 videos and they can bang, but if you make a 5th one,
the 5th one. But these guys are mostly podcasters. They're pretty much doing what I'm doing. They're not doing the.
But yeah, if they do, that's what I'm saying though. Like, it's the same rule with podcasts. Like, you know, you do 4 podcasts in a row about something. You know, if it's trending, you can get away with it. But as soon as you hit that 5 mark, that's when.
Yeah, nothing I do really trends all that much. I probably can only get away with 1, and I like to mix it up just because this shit bores. I've seen you do like maybe 3 stories in a row, but like it's always I have done 3. I don't think I've ever done 4.
I swear there's I'm trying to remember, like it would have been like way back in, like, you know, when
the last time I did like 3 in a row was in December, probably with the Tobes Aiden project, stuff like that.
That's what I'm thinking, all the way back. Like, I'm saying even further than that, like, you know, back when like Baited ended and stuff, like, you know, there was loads of trends.
Well, there was that, and then there's probably a lot of stuff on Leafy and Grade.
Yeah,
that's it. So that was it. And then I'll be perfectly honest with you, I don't have the whole story on why the Kumite ended, if it ended. But from what I understand, the guy who called me up and said, I don't know if you remember this fucking guy, he was like, it's not every day somebody admits they're a big piece of shit. And he completely froze up. The Geek Thulu apparently got hacked. I noticed his Twitter account was off yesterday. This is the one that took Joy Sparkle's side. Joy Sparkle turned on him. Now all of his fucking stuff's gone. He's pissed off Tonka and Failure, I suppose, because a bunch of stuff leaked, including this.
Andy will probably, if Andy hears about it, he'll probably come ask me about it. Then I'll set the record straight and go, no, here's what's going on. But you know how things go with the internet blood sports. We got it.
These guys all recording each other and fucking uploading it. I mean, it's a big.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude sounds drunk.
Yeah, and then they use everybody's stabbing each other. It's like, it's baited on crack, like fucking crack and meth and speed at the same time.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like baited, but as if people actually released the conversations instead of just talking about releasing them.
Everybody's looking to snake each other. They say it's all fair because nobody is a real friend, you know, and that's cool. You guys all want to be like fucking, you know, fake internet, or like at least you're on something. Like, I don't have any real friends. I'll stab somebody I collab with in the back. I'm going to London next week, and I'm going to hang out with a lot of people that I call my friends, and I'm not going to have to worry about any of that shit. Good. I'm glad you guys are having so much fun.
Make things that aren't things.
They make things that aren't things.
Just like how much of a nothing their topic was today. That they just didn't realize how much of a nothing it was. It was like a caveman looking up and seeing a car and thinking it's a god. You know? It's like they just didn't understand what they were looking at.
No.
You know?
I understand.
Because they don't even understand.
This is the guy that called me.
This is a man being a desperate fame whore, trying to do anything for attention in shekels. But it was really just another Monday to Paul Danino. Yeah. You know, it was just another Monday.
Well, apparently, and I didn't catch all this, they went to war with goddamn Ice Poseidon, which was a guaranteed loser. It's just too big an audience. It's a guaranteed lose. This is he's been so, and he's right in a sense. They think they're going to get in on this. The blood sports community only works within that bubble. It doesn't even get you a lot of hits, even though it's like really intense and there's a lot of channels going on. Here's the thing: nobody goes into that bubble and nobody leaves it. I don't think I have one 10K that has anything to do with blood sports. The stuff that's going to get me a 10K is the more mainstream guys. I mean, even guys like Kavos will get me 10 fucking K, depending on the way I go over them. Blood sports, not really, because it's all within that community, and nobody goes in and nobody goes out. It's kind of sealed with a few exceptions. So I watched one
of Kavos' videos the other day, and literally, like, I watched maybe 2 minutes of it. And I just can't really understand how people watch them.
I think
there are people who seriously watch his videos, yeah?
He came up at a time when the commentary community was soft. And a lot of people were sick of Alex and Spartans. They were just too easy going. You have this sort of phony alpha male who's not funny, who's not creative, who doesn't really have anything going on other than he's a big mouth. And people were so sick of sort of the B personality commentator, they went along with the A personality. That's my theory. But now that that's all over and he won, now we can now say that like 2017 was the year of Kavos. You know, he had a huge year. Now that it's over, he won. And people are actually looking at his content like, wait a minute, you're not even an entertainer, much less entertaining. But that'll get me more views because he's so more polarizing than and then the blood sports community. Geek Thule is right. They have to generate this shit because they're always at this high peak level. If there's anything less than them being at a war, they can't do a show like this. They can't chill. They can't. It's got to be constant fucking war. I knew by not going on the fucking show, I'd be taking something away from them. You know? Yeah. They need it. And now I didn't go on. Monday and Matt didn't go on. They're running out of people to fuck with. Now they're having problems. You know?
To fucking Ice Poseidon.
Yeah.
Like they once again, they don't understand the context or content of what they're covering.
Yeah.
You know.
So that got him in a shit ton of trouble. And here's the thing, Geek Thule, you're 100% correct. Like, this is just the Ice Poseidon wacky stuff. He attracts wacky people. That's a part of his fucking act. You're just another buffoon on his stream. You knew that, but, you know, Failure and I guess Tonka thought they could dish up some shit with him or what have you, because I guess Baked Alaska was hanging out with him. And it's just another fucking... He has an array of wacky people following him around. It's just another day and he'll be on to something next week. If you really, if you like IRL content, I'm not a huge fan. Paul's the best in the business. There's nobody better. Nobody comes close. There's always something going on. There's always a drama. He's got a rabid fan base. You know, that's probably why they're all getting doxxed now. There's all these CX pricks are looking up who Tonka Saw is, who Failure is, who Geek Thule is. They bit off more than Nick and Chew, if you ask me. You know, And that's pretty much all I have. Now I'm getting a report that before I went on, they said that the Kumite had been canceled. My newsroom has just reported Kumite 3.0 going live on a new channel. Links in description. Because I guess Failure got a strike. I don't know why they can't. I wonder why you guys can't get the strike lifted. We can. Oh, wow. I probably could have helped you.
Strikes, man. Everyone's been getting fucking strikes recently. It's just like, it's because of this new AI that they've just introduced to get rid of like.
I don't know if they don't know how to. You need to know somebody.
Yeah. I had an appeal denied on literally the tamest video, a 2-minute video of me talking about wanting to make documentaries about going around the world and like going to legal places and stuff and doing documentaries on the stores. Yeah, I appealed it and it got denied, and I had to reach out to someone to be like, why the fuck did this get denied? Like, so anyone could just have a video get striked and just they could like try and appeal, and anyone could be behind a computer and just go, oh, I'm just going to deny this one, not even read it.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, good luck with anyone who doesn't have a contact getting a strike.
You need one. There's no way around it. That's it. Desi's one of the first Tonka. Apparently that's true. It's funny you say that. I'm not going to go into the details of a conversation. I had a long conversation with Tonka yesterday, strangely enough, because after I made fun of Geek Thulu, I said I did this video on Twitter, and I said I only hung out with talked to Joy Sparkle one time, Yahoo, with that whole fucking Twitch meme, and then I was feeling really froggy. Somebody sent me a I'm not going to say where it was. I did say, if you want to look it up, go ahead. Somebody, because like it or Tonka's a fucking public figure, like it or not. Emily only fake cancer once. Yahoo! Geek Thulu only called me one time. Yahoo! So I said something. I said this website is being really mean to you, Tonka, busting his balls. I'd been given a link. Apparently that was his docs and other people's docs and what have you. I'm of course I'm not cool with the doxing, but my narrative has been with the whole blood sports community. It's a rat's nest. It's a snake pit. You hang around rats and snakes, you get bit by rats and snakes. I don't think that's cool to do that to Tonka or Andy Warski or any other of my fucking internet enemies. But I'm going to laugh at you.
Listen, fuckhead.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Sanchez. Cheers. People smash the fucking like button with your face. I like that. I like the image of that. People just like banging their head against their mouse. So, Tonka contacted me, and I'm not going to go into the details, like what we talked about. It started off sort of civil. He did hear me out on the Joy Sparkle thing, and I think we got that straightened out. But most of the conversation was, I'm being used by somebody, and I shouldn't report on something based on him because the information is all wrong. By the way, Tonka's denying everything in this website is bullshit, that they got the wrong guy. Because I look stupid down the road, because he's going to come in and he's just warning me. So don't report anything on there. Because it's all bullshit, and he was doing me a big favor by telling him this. And I just wrote him back and I said, Tonka, I don't give a fuck. I didn't even read the fucking thing. The reason I sent you that tweet was for my own personal entertainment to bust your fucking balls. And it just went on and on and on and on. And it was just basically the whole thing is like this big warning. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're just going to look stupid. And then you start thinking, well, one of two things are going on here. He either wants me to talk about something, he wants me to look into it, or he doesn't and talk about it. He wants me to talk, or he doesn't want me to talk, then he's trying to fucking manipulate. Either way, it was just like this really cringy manipulation technique to either get me or not to get me to talk about his personal life or whatever was in this website, which I don't know is true or not. But I'm just like, this guy is very likely the most superficial, fucking paranoid, lamest wannabe manipulator I have ever run into. Total cringe machine. I will not release the fucking DMs, but it.
Oh shit! Wait, I just want to say
riot.
this. Yeah, somebody just said that THC Temple is watching at the moment, which is fucking crazy because he is actually probably the only other weed YouTuber left above 100K, and I've been wanting to link up with him for time, and I need him to follow me on Twitter. So if he's watching,
type in the chat, follow him on Twitter. Follow my man on Twitter.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping he's just watching, so he'll hear that and he'll be like, "Well, I've got to hit this guy."
Good trust is Drew. You ought to be all working together.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking about, like to remedy the situation, because obviously nobody can upload, nobody can create a new channel, right?
No.
But what they can do is they can have a manager create a channel, and we can create a collaboration channel for every weed YouTuber who's been terminated, and collectively we
That's
can
a really good idea.
Subscriber count back together on that one channel. It'll hit 1 million within like a month.
Really?
Like, because collectively, what? Custom Growth 420, 1.6 mil, Strain Central, 0.5 mil, Silent Stippy, 0.5 mil, Leafer Bag, 100K, Groovy Mac, 0.5 mil, Positive Smash, like 200K, like Roy G, 200K.
It's a lot of people.
Together,
it's a really great idea.
That one channel would be insane.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, it'd be like the old school vlogger days with the collab channels like O2L and all that.
Let's take some calls. And again, that's my experience with Tonka. I don't know if he's going to keep the Kumite going or not keep the Go-To, and I personally don't care. I'm not looking in. I'm not thinking about doing a story about him. I don't know whether he wanted me to or not, didn't want me to, or he's obviously trying to manipulate me or whether. To be perfectly honest with you, there's so much drama over there. It's actually boring to cover because it's so daily and so lame. Squiggles, you're on the air. And that's all I have to say about the Kumite and blood sports. Just wanted to finish that.
Hey, guys.
What do you got? We only got
I want a couple of points, actually.
Go ahead.
I love you, Tommy, but I want to talk to Drew a minute. You have actually had about 2, at least, of the most iconic YouTuber fights. Why are you so underrated?
What 2 of the most iconic YouTuber fights?
Well, Onision, for once.
Yeah.
You walked away from that. You made him look like a fool, which not a lot of people can try and do that.
I think I'm the first YouTuber to ever make him minus subs.
You did it back to me. You did the evidence, and that was perfect. It was so entertaining.
I don't know about this. You got into it with Onision?
He did.
Yeah, I did like a couple videos with like 200K and stuff, like, and they did proper good. Like, I destroyed it, man.
And you drew blood? You got him?
I proper destroyed him. Like, I made him have a mental breakdown on a YouNow stream.
Oh, could you please?
It was the best.
Squiggles,
could
you please somebody get that in my fucking box? I want to see him have a made. Drew, give him a mental breakdown.
Yeah, I made 4 videos on it. That's what I'm saying. It's the 4 video rule, man.
The 4 video rule.
And then that's it.
Get some reasonable knowledge. All right. Well, I'm gonna look back.
Well, the second point wasn't a fight, really. PewDiePie made a comment on Drew's hair, and I have to say, even though your reply was hilarious and very comedic, you took his advice. Your hair looks great, dude.
Yeah, I mean, if PewDiePie tells me that I need to change my hair, I've got to change my hair, right?
yeah, you did right.
Well,
maybe you should review again. Maybe you should do it again.
I will say this is true. Drew is a knowledge of you. Like, I forget it because we don't get to talk as much as we should. But whenever we talk privately, Drew is just like a barrel of knowledge. He knows way more than me.
He's so underrated, Tommy. Honestly, he's a cool dude.
He's a great dude. Were you a model? Is that true?
Me, yeah.
I heard a rumor.
Yeah.
You were a model. You're a boy toy.
Nah, just like it happened by accident because one time I went to a shoot with one of my friends.
Yeah.
And the designer walked up to me and was like, "Oh, so who are you shooting for today?" And I was like, "Oh, nobody. I'm just with my friend." And they were like, "Oh, but like, who do you work for usually? Who do you model for usually?" I'm like, "I don't do anything." And he just looked at me like with his eyes open, like, we need to get you in on this, and we need to do this, and we need to do this. And for like a year, I just did all this modeling stuff with this weird designer. Yeah, it was really weird.
Was it fun? Did you make any money?
Yeah, I made a bit of money, and then I got that fucking tumor on my face, and then I had like this big lump like over here, and I couldn't do any work for like a year. And now I don't have it. I haven't done any work since, but I don't know if I could.
Dude, it wasn't cancerous tumor, was it? What?
No, it's benign.
It's benign.
He cured it with herbs, Tommy.
He cured it with herbs.
Yeah, George Michael style, you know.
My cancer's been cured. Well, it wasn't cancer. They looked at it. All right, Squiggles, talk to you. I want to get to the last few
All
calls.
right, take care, guys.
Okay.
Save one.
Muggin. You're on the air
Oh,
with
hey,
Drew
Tommy.
Sharing.
What's up?
Yeah, you're on with Drew. What's up? What's going on with you?
Yo.
I don't know. I haven't watched. I apologize. I haven't watched in a few weeks, and I don't know if you've talked about this already. But I'm sure you've definitely heard at this point of the whole Lil Tay situation, right?
Yeah, I guess you know I avoid kids stories. I don't do.
Okay.
I avoided the kid story I was
give
involved
your
with. I
opinion,
didn't even talk about it. Well, then go watch something else. Look, I want everybody to look. Keem, they saved the thing, and now they saved the thing now. You know what else is boring, Keem? That normie content, Mom's Basement you make. It looks like a 1990s MTV show 20 years too late. It is normie as fuck. Yeah, I know. It gets the fucking views, but you look like a couple of normies. You're a lot like, who is that fucking guy that does the drones? What's his name? Casey Neistat. You're like Casey Neistat. You're like so beyond YouTube now. Go do something else. Go do more normie content, Keem.
Man, I swear,
you obviously came in here to get your balls busted. So, go do your normie content. All right. So
I don't know why he's never reported on any of the stuff, even when it's been proper relevant stuff. Although he's probably
never going to because he's
irrelevant.
He's not a
even when I've had some proper relevant stuff,
it doesn't matter. He doesn't try to get information. It's all views and money related. And you know what? That's fucking fine. Whatever. But I mean, all it would do is take somebody just a little funnier than Keem that just is a better video maker to bring more.
I'm actually just wondering, does Keem have any sponsorships other than G Fuel?
I guess so. Yeah, I'm sure he does. He's not a bad businessman.
I'm sure he must get offers from fucking everyone.
Yeah, I mean he can move stuff, man. I remember when we were in a business meeting and stuff. Like the people we were talking to is they know he can move stuff. So yeah,
imagine if he got employed.
I don't know why he comes here.
I
mean, if he wanted to promote shit like apps and that, he could be getting payments for $30,000-$50,000 dollars easy.
Yeah,
downloads and that'd be like pocket change.
Look, I say he's a horrible human being and fucking a rat and a snake, but so are 90% of the other fuckers. Keem's not even any worse than most of these people. He's just more outward about it. About Lil Tay, I don't like doing stories about kids. I've never really covered anything. I was going to cover something about Lieutenant Corvus in 2016, something doing no fuckers. Lil Tay is just that I didn't even like being stuck in the middle of the kid controversy that I was in. I hated it because it's just not my bag.
Can I just ask one thing though?
Yeah, it's just not my thing. Because I'm a parent.
Do you think that you could compare it to something along the lines of? I mean, if you can think of what's happening with Lil Tay, do you think you could compare it to something that? I don't know if it's still happening or not, but Ruby Rube, where it's sort of her parents are pushing her to do this stuff.
Well, I think I can compare it to anybody. Thanks so much, Fang Sanchez. I think I can compare it to anybody that's doing anything in, he's sitting there in my chat talking about himself. Anybody that's takes their kid to Hollywood or anything else. I don't think it's any different or even any worse. It's kind of disgusting content. We've seen it with Hollywood with child actors, and it's no different than anything else. So. I mean, is what it is, bro.
Yeah, plus you've seen those photos with her around her parents and that. I think if her parents were making her do it, then she wouldn't have been wearing that little girl outfit when she was with them. She would have still been wearing, the stuff that they would have wanted to be her to be wearing if that was the case.
I mean, The Right Opinion did a video on it. I can't remember how many days.
Wait, Keem, give me one of those
last night. But he had a theory that it could have been
sponsors. I want some. I don't make any money from YouTube anymore. I fucking want to take that while he's still here, bro. Give me some.
You've been on this channel. You probably get blacked right after you. But right after you come on.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
If you have a kid, just make a YouTube channel and advertise it.
Look, I'm not big, and I know I clip because I love Turkey Tom. I'm not big on these kids having YouTube channels. I think it's wrong, and for so many reasons they can be used for so many. But I mean, I don't make the rules. I think if I did, it'd be 16, 18.
Bad content or not, I can see it fair enough if the kids have done it themselves. I mean, I did one when I was 9.
Sure.
I mean, I literally uploaded Deadmau5 music to it, and it was absolutely terrible. But I say fair enough if they do it themselves. But if someone's making them do it, then that's pretty fucking disgusting, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess. But is it any worse than being on, I don't know, a TV show?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the same as all child actors, isn't it?
I don't like any of it. I'm not crazy about child actors to begin with. I think they should work. They should be volunteers until they're the age of 18. But there's just too much money. And there's too much money in YouTube, and I don't like it. I don't like the way kids are used. A kid was used against me to try to shut me up, and I don't like it. It's wrong, and I think it fucks them up when they're older.
It's a thing that you can't defend against, really.
Well, it's not even that. It's not even that. I don't care about that. I care about the kids, actually, and I think it gives them a war perspective of what the adult world is like. And I think that's no good, especially when other, they're moving the pieces, and somebody like that other YouTuber, he's looking at his fucking subs going up, his money go. I can't be doing anything wrong. Well, just because you're making money, and this is not going to have an impact on me. I'm making more money than my parents, and I don't think that's good. I remember having a conversation with Leafy. He thinks like if you make like $1 million before you're 19, it'll fuck you up the rest of your life. And he seemed to be fully convinced that it fucked him up, like mentally. So I wonder if there's some truth in that. So I'm not for it.
I don't know if it's anything to do with age. It's probably more just to do with experience. Like, because if it's like if the first amount of money that you're ever going to come into, which is like a large amount of money, is like $1 million instead of like,
and you're probably thinking to yourself,
and then like 10,000.
But you know what? My first job, I got my first real job, and it was really, really good money. It was way more than I was worth, right? So I thought, well, I'm making fucking $40K now. I must be worth like when I'm down to no. I got the first job I got was lucky.
Yeah,
like right out the gate, I'm right out of college, I'm like boom, $40K. I don't even have to finish. I'll keep going. And the next job wasn't as much. So I think it just warps your perspective financially, relationship, the way you think adults should act, especially with you're around adults that aren't acting like adults. I think it just fucks them up. I can't imagine putting my kid through that shit. I don't think it's my bag. I bet Keen wouldn't put his fucking little girl through that shit too. He knows how rotten this world is. Let's see if he does when she gets older. I'd be really interested. I think he keeps her far away from this shit. He knows what this is. All right, Mug.
By the way, Tommy, just before I go, one of your streams like a while ago with Ace Trainer Liam when you were talking about all the drama in the Pokemon community.
Oh, what about the Pokemon community?
One of the
Twitch is racist against gnomes. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I stuck up for you on that one, King. I did. I thought it was bullshit, but they added that.
The drama with books and games things, yeah.
Oh, the greatest episode. A lot of people say it's the best episode.
I've got a tip for you.
Really? Send it to me.
The racing game community has the greatest drama ever.
Can you please DM that to me? My DMs are open in here.
All right.
Maybe me and Dave, if you can get enough information, I'll run a show on it tomorrow.
Type in anything. This was like a year ago. There's this one guy that was stealing. Like it's very small. Race game community is very, very small. And there was this guy with like 20K stealing YouTubers' videos, like
don't tell. I don't want Keem to hear it. I don't want Keem to cover it. Send me the fucking shit. Get out of here, Muggin. Bye. I don't want him stealing my shit. I want the little drama. Leave a little for me.
She's 13, yeah, but like, aren't you only allowed to have a YouTube account when you're 13?
I don't know. I just think
you know what? In terms of service.
I don't have problems with people that disagree with me, right? I'm not comfortable with it. Somebody called me out. Well, you're friends with Turkey Tom. I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'm a fucking hypocrite. But I have to play on the fucking field I want. Ultimately, no. I don't think Tom's old enough to have a YouTube channel. Is he an exception to the rule? Can he handle the criticism? Probably. But I still don't think it's healthy. But I got to work with Turkey Tom because Turkey Tom's, 10,000, 20,000 sub or 10.
To be fair, YouTube, I think if it's within the terms of service, then I think it's fine. Like if you're 13 and you're making an account, right? Like I think as long as you're that age on YouTube, I don't really see a problem with it because I mean even that's the age I opened my YouTube account. So I mean I can't really say anything bad about it, but. I mean, if that's the rules, that's the rules.
Yeah.
If you're younger than that, that's when it comes into this thing of like technically parents are going to own the channel.
You guys grew up wanting to be YouTubers. I didn't.
I didn't even, really? I just grew up watching YouTubers, but because at the time when I grew up, now obviously people are growing up and they're seeing YouTubers make money.
Yeah, real money.
I grew up and I just saw YouTubers having fun, and I saw it as like a way of like, sort of the loners who are like, people who didn't have too many friends, like, you could just go on YouTube and make some more friends. Yeah. So I sort of started YouTube thinking, oh, I can make some friends like through YouTube.
Yeah, I can play some games or something like that. Yeah.
Further on, like I think even when I started YouTube, people really didn't make money through YouTube because it was like really hard to get partnered back then. You had to have like 10,000 subs and get like half a million views a month and shit.
Wow, 500,000. Yeah, well, 500,000 a month. That's ridiculous. Let me take
the requirements were crazy back in the day. Like, I remember applying and getting denied like 3 times. ...
You're on the air.
Gang.
What you want? You waited fucking like 45 minutes to do that?
I wait forever because 150 is cracking on these bitches.
Yeah.
What if I want to have sex before I get married?
Well, I guess you just have to be prepared to die.
That's right. All right, Luvix, you're on the air.
Okay, so I have 2 things to say. One, Keemstar needs to subscribe to Yellow Syrup. Second, this goes back to the whole termination thing with drugs and stuff. I don't get it because YouTube has always seemed to be very liberal with their politics and, progressive and whatnot. So it doesn't make sense why they do this unless they really, really care about the advertisers.
Well, I think the liberal side of things actually comes into perspective in this. Actually, like I had a conversation about this on my live stream the other day, saying that when, obviously, because YouTube was very pro Hillary Clinton, right? And I think when, she didn't win and it was like, Republican, running the US, YouTube kind of wanted to take it into their own hands. And they were like, right, we're going to make this as liberal SJW as we possibly can to sort of win over, what we've lost. And I think they've kind of just gone way too far.
Yeah, because like the SJWs in some ways are more conservative about sex and drugs than conservatives. Yeah, you're right. They're so far left, they're right. I mean, it's the weirdest fucking thing. I noticed that myself.
They took a whole 180. It's really weird.
It's bizarre. My dad told me. My dad grew up in the 60s. He went to college in the 60s, and he told me, he goes, everything you hear about them bitching about the religious right, if these guys ever get real power, it'll be 10 times worse than the religious right. He was 100% correct. Obama's in office like 4 years. At Gamergate, SJWs pop out, and things aren't fucking cool anymore. Can't joke about sex. Can't even talk about getting fucking laid. Not being a creep. I mean, it's just like I come out of this hyper, charged, hyper drinking, hyper sexed, oversexed institution called the United States Army. And everybody's like, you can't say faggot. You can't say this. You can't. Like, what the fuck happened?
I mean, you can't even talk about drugs on YouTube. I mean,
you can't even talk about drugs.
Where are we at this crap?
God. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Like, people are getting strikes for just talking about stuff, not just like doing them is a different matter, but just talking about something. It's just information.
Yeah,
I just don't understand what's wrong with that.
They're talking about guns or talking about this, that, and the other. It's just fucking nuts. All right, what's the other thing, Luvix? I want to end it because this is kind of my comeback after being sick episode.
Oh, yeah. I was just saying that I think conversation is good. It's good to be able to talk about things.
Well, SJWs don't feel that way.
Ideas about things.
Laughter and conversation is like scratching a chalkboard to SJWs. What have you? Are you going to call me out for something today, Luvix? That was pretty good the other day.
I got nothing. But actually, wait, no, I do have one thing. You always say Luvex, but it's Luwex.
How do you say it? Is it Lou Bomb? All right, Luvex. All right, SJWs don't exist. Brace, I'm sorry you're embarrassed that you identify as a leftist and this is on your wing. Fucking deal with it. That's like saying hot weather doesn't exist because I don't like it. Way to go. Way to go. All right, Drew, thanks for being on this very chill episode, giving us all this information. If any big 420 streamers, please get in touch with Drew. Where can they hit you up, Drew?
Just on Twitter. Twitter is the best place to hit me up for anything. I'm always on there, super active.
What you're at?
It's just at DrewIsSharing. Everything is DrewIsSharing except for my Twitch, which is DrewIsSharing YT. But I stream on YouTube, but who the fuck knows how long I'll actually be able to stream on YouTube for.
I'll tell you what.
3 times I've had to not be streaming on YouTube now. So
I'll tell you what, Drew. If something happens, we'll fucking make a commercial here or something and send them where you go. You've always been good to me, and we could take what little platform we have there and we'll send some folks over here.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it doesn't have to come to that.
All right, man. Let's get out of here. Drew, I'll see you Monday.
Safe
Real talk. Record release party. That's the music you're listening to right now. Fiddlers Elbow Camden, London, England, May 14th. See you there. See you tomorrow with Dead on Day. Peace.
This is the almighty infinite. independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you bout to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she bout to catch a pedigree. Chi-town to King's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.